Hello everyone, my name is Nikita and I am from the Bodhi Academy. In the last video, we had started with the chapter Carbon and Compounds from 10th Standard Science textbook. Today we are going to continue with the chapter and we are going to study more concepts about the same. Today we are going to study a very important topic from the chapter, okay, and that is nomenclature. Nomenclature of the hydrocarbons. Now, what do you mean by nomenclature? Nomenclature means the naming of hydrocarbons. Okay. Now, we had already studied that depending upon the number of bonds, there are two types of hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the ones which have only single bond between the carbon and carbon elements. Okay, single bond. And next are the unsaturated hydrocarbon which has a double or a triple bond between the carbon atoms. Okay, so now we are going to study the different namings of saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Okay, first of all, depending upon the number of carbon present, there is different names. Okay, so we will do it one by one. First of all, in the first case, we will look at the number of carbon atoms. Carbon atoms, depending upon the number of carbon atoms, okay, if the number of carbon is 1, okay, then the starting part of the word starts with MET, METH, okay. If the number of carbon atoms are 2, then it is ETH. The number of carbon atoms are 3, then it is PROP, okay. If there are 4, then it is BUT. 5, then it is PENT. 6, then it is HEX. And 7, then it is HEPT. 8, then OCT. Okay, so this will be the starting part of the word depending upon the number of carbon atoms. So when you are writing the word, first what we have to see is the number of carbon atoms. Okay, the second thing which we need to see is the bond. Okay, which bond is present. So for the first case, we will be studying the saturated hydrocarbons. So as I have said, saturated hydrocarbons are the ones which have single bond. Single bond. Okay, so first one, that is C, single bond C. Okay, so this is a single bond. So the nomenclature of such is, you have to write the number, the starting word from this depending upon the number of carbon atoms, and then you have to write the suffix. Okay, now for saturated hydrocarbon, this base word will have a suffix. Okay, and the suffix is ANE. The suffix is ANE. So the number of carbon atoms over here is 2, 1 and 2. And over here we know that if there are 2 carbon atoms, the first word is ETH. Okay, so I will write the first word, first 3 letters, ETH. And we know that for saturated hydrocarbons, which is single bond, the suffix is ANE. So the name of this hydrocarbon will be ethane. Ethane. Okay, so the saturated hydrocarbons, they carry a suffix. Okay, a suffix is added at the end, which is ANE. Okay, now the next is the unsaturated hydrocarbons. In that, first one we have is the double bonds. Double bond. double bond between the carbon atoms. For example, C double bond C. Okay, in this case the suffix added is ene. Okay, the suffix added is ene. Now over here we know that there are two carbon atoms, so the first letters will be E, T, H, and then because there are two bonds over here, it is double bond, so you make it ene. So the name of the carbon compound is ethene. Okay, now we go to the next one, that is triple bond. What if there is a triple bond between the carbon atoms? Okay, in that case there will be three bonds between two carbons, and now there are two carbons, so the starting word will be ETH, and for double bond the suffix which is added is YNE. YNE. So the starting word is ETH because there are two carbon atoms and the suffix is YNE. So the name of the carbon compound is ethyne. Okay, it is ethyne. So for saturated hydrocarbons which having a single bond, you add ethane, ANE. Unsaturated with double bonds you add ENE, and with triple bonds you add YNE. This is the naming of the compounds. Okay, the naming of hydrocarbons, how it is done. Now let's see how to satisfy the valency. I will just write a structure over here. Just draw a structure. Okay, so now there are four carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so we know that when there are four carbon atoms, the starting letters will be BUT. Okay, so here we write, first we write BUT. Okay, now there is no bond over here, no double bond, there is only single bond. There are three single bonds over here. First we need to write the full structure. Okay, we need to satisfy the valency here. We know that carbon can bond with four other monovalent compounds. Okay, and the monovalent compound over here is hydrogen. So carbon can bond with four hydrogens. So it is already bonded over here. So we have three vacant places. We have three more valencies to be added. So we can add one hydrogen, then next hydrogen, and third hydrogen. Okay, and this is satisfied by carbon. Then this carbon has already double bond, two bonds on either side. So we add one hydrogen over here and one hydrogen this way. Again this carbon has, so we add one hydrogen over here. Now this carbon has only one bond, so we add three hydrogens again. Okay, so now we see that there is no double bond here. There are only single bonds. So the name of this compound becomes butane. Okay, butane. Now how to write the formula of this compound? We need to find out the number of carbons here. So the number of carbons are C4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will write C4. Then what is the number of hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the formula for butane is C4H10. This can also be written as part by part. Okay, as in you will go by the structure and write the formula. So the first part of this is CH3. So you can write CH3. Then the second part is CH2. CH2. Third part is CH2. And the fourth part is again CH3. Okay. So this and this both are same, but the way of writing is different. But you need to know both the ways, because we need to, if the question is asked in the other way, we need to answer the question. We need to understand the question. Okay. So now let's do it formula wise. Okay. So the first one we have saturated hydrocarbons. Then next we have is double bond and triple bond. Okay, so among the saturated, if C is 1, okay, if C is 1, then there is only one C, so it can bond with 4 other hydrogens, 2, 3 and 4. Now we know that if C is 1, then the starting letters are N, E, T, H, and for saturated there is no double bond, so the ending part is A, N, E. So the name of this compound is methane. Okay, now for this compound you will not have double and triple bond because there is only one carbon, so you can have double bonds between carbon and carbon, not between carbon and hydrogen. So you will not have a double bond for this compound. Next we go to C2, which we have already seen. Okay, then you satisfy the valency 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the name of this, the formula of this is CH4, and the formula of this will become C2H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, H6. Okay, now let's see how it will form the double bond here. Okay, so here I will draw a double bond between two carbons. So 1, 2. Now the formula will change for this, right? Because there are double bonds here, so valencies will be, so the satisfaction of valencies will be different. Okay, so now this carbon has already two bonds, so you need to add more 2 hydrogens. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Same with this carbon. Okay, so the formula for this becomes C2H1, 2, 3, 4, H4. Okay, and then now because there is a double bond and there are 2 carbons, so the name of this is ethene. Over here there was a single bond, so name of this was ethane. Okay, now third case is when there are 3 bonds between the carbon. Okay, so this valency will be 1, 2, 3 and only one hydrogen, 1, 2, 3 and only one hydrogen. So the name of this compound is C212 will be H2, the formula. Okay, and the name of this compound will be ETH, and we know for triple bond the suffix is ethyne. Okay, YNE. Okay, now let's see the next one when there are 3 carbons. Okay, when there are 3 carbons, so over here there are 3 carbons, so you write 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again satisfaction of valency. Okay, now formula will be C3H1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so C3H8. Now for 3 carbons, the basic name is 3, it is prop. Okay, so here I will write PROP. Because there is a single bond here, the suffix is ANE. So the name is propane. Okay, now we will see when the double bond is between the 2 carbons. When there is a double bond, okay, so now here the how will the valency satisfied? C already has 2 bonds here, so you need to add 2 hydrogens. Okay, for this carbon there is 1, 2, 3. Okay, so just add 1 hydrogen, and for this one 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so now we see that there are 3 carbons and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 hydrogen. And the name of this is propene. Okay, now we will see what happens when there are 3 bonds. Okay, now there are 3 bonds, so this will be 1, 2, 3 and just 1 hydrogen. Okay, now this carbon has already satisfied the its valency because there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 bonds over here. Okay, so no need to add hydrogen. And over here there are 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is C3, 1, 2, 3, 4. C3H4 and the name will be propyne. Okay, YN. So now this is the naming of the compounds. So we can so same way you have to do for pent, that is C4 but, C5 pent, C6 hex and C7 hep. Okay, you have to do for different compounds. Now there is a standard formula, so we can see that over here it is C2H6 and the C carbon remains the same for all, but because of the double and triple bond, the number of hydrogen is reducing by 1 unit. Okay, so we have a standard formula for the writing the formula of different hydrocarbons. So for the basic one is C2NH2. Okay, C2, okay, it is C2H2N. Okay, it is for the standard one, that is the triple bond. Okay, C2H2N. Okay, then for this it is okay, so this is the basic formula. Okay, so now we have studied the different types of hydrocarbons, and further we will be studying the what happens when a heteroatom is joined to the hydrocarbon. So it is the joining of functional group. So the naming of the functional group becomes different when you add the different functional groups to the hydrocarbons. The naming becomes different and also its properties become different. Okay, so this is what we have done. We will be continuing with other concepts in the next chapter, in the next video. So thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Okay, so there is a standard formula for writing the formula of the respective hydrocarbons, and the formula is for double bond it is CnH2n. Okay, for triple bond we can see that the number is reducing. H4 is reducing to H2, H6 is reducing to H4. So the formula is CnH2n minus 2, and for this one, that is the saturated hydrocarbon, it is increasing by 2. If you can notice that H4 is increasing to H6. Okay, it is increasing by 2, so it becomes CnH2n plus 2. Okay, so these are the standard formulas which you can use to write the structure, the formula of the respective hydrocarbons. For example, we know that C is 3, okay, then you have to write the double bond structure. So the formula is CnH2n. Okay, now we know that C is 3, so H2N will be this. So this is C3H. 2 into 3 is 6. So the answer will be C3H6 for propane. Okay, for propane. So in this way you can write the names, the formula of the respective hydrocarbons using the standard formula very easily. Okay, so now in the next video we will be studying the different heteroatoms when they are joined to the carbon hydrocarbons, how they change the properties and how the naming also changes. They are called as functional groups. So yes, thank you for watching my video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.